Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me to practice today. Today our flow is going to be part of a little series that I'm doing with flows based on Kim Cran's Animal Spirit Oracle deck, tuning into the energy of some animals as we move through practice. So today we have the lion card for our practice. And I just want to read just a little bit of what she has to say about the lion card. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof, yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. They do not waste energy or resources. When in balance, lions are the epitome of peace and strength. So I just want us to hold that in our mind as we move through practice today. Where can we really tap into our inner peace, our inner strength? Where can we find that balance between effort and ease, making sure that we're not putting more effort in than we need, where we're just playing in that perfect spot? Okay, so without further ado, we'll get ready to move like lions today. We'll start in a comfortable seat. Maybe that's cross-legged or whatever feels good for you today. If you'd like to pad a blanket or a block underneath your sit bones to sit a little taller, get some length in your spine, I invite you to do that now. And then we'll all meet with our hands resting in our lap. Gently close down the eyes and tune into the breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose if that is available. Big deep breaths, breathing down into the belly. Bring the focus inward. See if you can start to tune in to that inner sense of peace, that inner sense of strength. Even if it's faint, can you find where that sits in your body? And can you breathe into it? Maybe it's the low belly. Maybe it's behind the breastbone. Maybe it's in the chest or the neck. That spot where you feel centered and solid. Send your energy there, breathing into it, lighting it up. And on the exhale, let that energy fill the space around you. A few more breaths like this. We'll take 3 lion's breaths now. Breathe in deeply through the nose. Let the tongue out and exhale through the mouth. Again, don't worry, no one can see you. Inhale through the nose. Don't be scared to make some noise. Last one. Inhale deeply through the nose. Come back to the natural rhythm of your breath. And we'll make our way over into tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, knees over hips. Hips over knees, I mean. This is a great place to open up your blanket under your knees if there's any sensitivity, and give yourself just a little extra padding. On an inhale, we'll lift the chin, chest, and tailbone, arching through the spine. Exhale to push the ground away and round. Flow through cat-cow, following your breath. Arching on the inhale, hugging those shoulder blades together on the back. And tucking the tail as you round, lifting the belly button up towards the spine. And just keep moving, waking up the back body, letting the pace of your breath set the pace of the movement. See if you can really articulate into your back body here. Take one more of each movement. Arching and rounding. And we'll meet back in a neutral tabletop. Take a moment to reset those hands, shoulder distance apart, grip into the fingers. Walk the knees slightly behind the hips, tuck the toes, and we'll send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Pedal at your dog here. Take up some space. Let the hips go back and forth. We're still just warming up here. So allow your knees to bend deeply. And when you're ready, make your way towards stillness. Gripping through the hands. Lifting through the arms, the shoulders. Slide away from the ears. The arms are strong. And allow your knees to bend so you can lift those sit bones high up towards the sky. Then straighten the legs any amount. They don't have to come to straight. Keeping that length through the back, the height through the sit bones. We'll bend the knees and look forward to the hands. Start to walk yourself up towards the hands, coming towards a nice forward fold. Keep that bend in the knees so that your pelvis can release. The spine can hang loose over top of the legs. Let go of any effort in the upper body. Shake the head yes and no. Let that neck just hang from your torso. Big deep breaths. And over the next several breaths, we'll start to roll up to stand. Really take your time here. Keep that inward focus, feeling out the spine, feeling out the sensations as you roll up. Keep breathing. Let this take longer than feels comfortable. Keeping that neck and head heavy, they're going to be the last thing to roll up. When you make your way up, lift that crown up towards the sky. Check in with the feet. They should be hip distance apart and parallel. Lift up the toes, spread them wide, and root them into the mat. Hands come by your side, palms facing forward. Shoulders melt away from the ears. Feel strong, proud, stable in your mountain pose. Breathe into that space of peace and strength that you found within you. Inhale to sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, lead with the heart and bow forward. Inhale, hands to shins, extend the spine long, and exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step back with the right foot, and gently lower the right knee. You can keep the toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels right for you. We'll come up onto the finger pads, tenting the hands, or if you have blocks nearby, big books, anything to stand in for that. You can bring those under your hands at any height. Stack the left knee over the left ankle. We'll inhale to reach forward through the heart. Exhale, hips up and back, straightening the front leg any amount. Inhale, forward into your low lunge. And exhale to bow over the front leg. Pulse through your lunge, feeling out the hips. This is a great place to close down the eyes if you're feeling steady. And come back to that inward focus. A couple more, moving at your own pace. And we'll meet back in our lunge. You can move your props aside if you're using them. Bring the palm of the right hand down to the mat, plant it in, and inhale to sweep the left arm up. Finding a twist right from the low belly. Smile up at the sky, reach through those fingertips, spread them wide. And we'll exhale to bring the left palm down to the mat. Tuck the right toes and step back to your forward fold. Take a moment here. You can hang heavy over the legs, or maybe you inhale to extend the spine long and exhale to release, allowing yourself to digest the work in your hips. We'll replant the hands and step back with the left foot. Gently lower the knee. Come to your fingertips or grab your blocks, whatever feels right in your body and is available to you. We'll inhale to reach the heart forward. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale forward to your lunge. And exhale. You don't have to straighten the leg. It can come any amount straight that works for you. If it is straight, maybe you lift up the toes, coming onto your heel. And then pulsing forward into your lunge. Tune into the sensations of your body. Follow what feels right for you. A couple more of these. at your own pace. We'll meet forward in our lunge. Move your props aside, bring the left palm down to the mat, and inhale to sweep the right hand up towards the sky. The right hip is pulling back and down towards the back of the mat. The left knee energetically pulls forward. Big deep breaths. Bring the right hand down to the mat. Frame your right foot. Tuck the left toes, and this time, step back to downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Breathe in through the nose, and maybe you sigh it out through the mouth. We'll inhale forward to high plank. You can lower your knees at any time. Feel the core line engage, the low belly pull back towards the spine. The hands push the mat away. On an exhale, lower down to your belly. Walk the hands out a little wider than the mat, about at the height of your ears. Tack the toes down to the mat. On an inhale, curl the shoulders back, the heart up, finding a low baby cobra. And on the exhale, extend, growing longer through the spine as you release. Again, inhale to curl up and exhale to extend down. One last time, inhale to curl up and exhale to lower down. Bring the hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Make your way back to downward dog, either from pushing up to plank or moving through all fours. Whatever feels right to you. Reset in your down dog. Feel the work you've been doing. Maybe your heart rate is lifting up a little bit. And we'll step forward with the right foot, moving towards the thumbs. Maybe this takes a few steps. You have to shimmy the foot a little bit, and that's okay. Once you've found your right knee over your right ankle, bring the left ankle back and down, finding your heel to arch alignment. And we'll cartwheel the arms up on an inhale, coming to warrior two. Plant down through the outer edge of the left foot. Root through all four corners of the right foot. Feel strong and grounded through the feet, and then feel the muscles of the bones firming up along your legs. Create this strong foundation that allows you to lift up with ease. Breathe deeply, gazing over the right fingertips. We'll bring the left hand down to the left thigh, flip the right palm, inhale to reverse your warrior. Check in with the right knee, make sure it's still in that deep bend. We'll inhale to bring the arms back out at shoulder height. Plant into the left foot so that we can straighten the right knee and bring the toes to face the long edge of your mat. We'll bring the heels in, the toes pointing slightly out. Hands on your hips, bend through both knees. Coming into goddess, track those knees right over the toes. Tuck the tail and lift up from the pubic bone all the way up the front side body. If you're feeling steady here, lift the arms up into cactus. The shoulder blades hug on the back, spread through the fingers, roll those upper arms forward. We're going to take 3 lion's breaths here. So inhale through the nose and let it out. Again, inhale and one more time. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale to rise. Let's shake that out a little bit. Let go of that work. And now take a wide step once again. We're going to move the left toes towards the end of the mat. Bring the right foot parallel with the top of the mat. Finding your heel to arch alignment once again. We're moving towards warrior 2 on this side. So we'll sweep the arms up at shoulder height and bend into the left knee, sinking down into warrior 2. Take any adjustments you need here and take the time to root through the feet again, feeling that strength through the legs, feeling the muscles firm to the bones. Create a strong foundation. Pull the belly button back to the spine. Reach actively through the arms. And now that you have your strong warrior, take a moment to scan through your body. Where can you release a little bit? Where can you find that perfect balance of effort and ease, of peace and strength in this position? We'll bring the right hand down to the right thigh, flip the left palm, reverse your warrior. Smile up at the ceiling. Keep feeling strong in that foundation so you can lift all the way up through those left fingertips. We'll return to warrior 2. Bring the hands to the hips, plant into the back foot so you can safely straighten up through the left knee. And we'll come back to that wide stance, facing the long edge of the mat. You might want to bring your feet in just a little bit. Find the stride that is right for you. Inhale to grow tall and exhale to bend through the knees. Tracking over the toes, finding your goddess pose, engage through the pelvic floor. You can leave your hands here on your hips or bring them up into cactus if that feels right for you. We're going to play with our balance here in this goddess, inhaling to lift the right ankle and exhale to lower. Inhale, lift the left and lower. Again, inhale, lift up that right heel, let it come down gently. Inhale left and release. Keep going with that, or this time try to lift both heels up. Really engage that pelvic floor, lifting up from the low belly. Lifting all the way up through the fingers. Feel light as you root down through the toes. Keep breathing here. And we'll exhale to let it go. Hands on the hips, root to rise. Heel toe those feet in and shake it out. We'll come back up to the top of our mat. Find our feet underneath the hips. Inhale to reach up to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, hands to shins, extend the spine. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step back to plank. Take a big inhale here. You can lower the knees at any time. And on your exhale, lower to the belly. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Tack the toes into the mat. On the inhale, reach the hands back, curl the shoulders up, coming into a low locust shape. Reach forward through the crown of the head, back through the hands. Find length here. Don't worry about how high you're coming up. How long are you? Engage through the belly. Exhale to let it go. Take a moment here. You can release the hands. Maybe you bring one cheek down to the floor. Breathe. Bring the forehead back to center. Interlace the fingers once again, this time the opposite way, the way that feels a little funny. Tack those toes down, engage through the legs, the kneecaps lift. Inhale to reach back through the fingers, forward through the crown, roll the shoulders back. You might stay here, or maybe you start to reach through the toes until they come up off the ground. Feel that long line from your toes all the way to the crown. Keep breathing. And exhale to release. Release the hands, come to rest on the other cheek. Give yourself a moment here. Bring your forehead back to center. Push into the palms. Come to your knees. And push the hips all the way back towards the heels. We're coming to rest in child's pose. Forehead comes to the mat. Hands can be forward, or maybe you bring them back along the sides of your legs. Breathe into the back body. Feel the sit bones heavy towards your heels. Find your breath. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders and slowly start to push yourself up to sitting on your shins. Roll up slowly. Take your time here. Let the head be the last thing that comes up. You can rest the palms on the thighs or bring the hands to heart center. Just take a couple breaths here, soaking in all the work you've done, feeling the vibration of the movements. Release the hands and let yourself come over onto your sit bones. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, knees out towards the sides. Bring the hands to the ankles and sit tall. You might want to sit up on a blanket or a block to create some space in the spine if you're feeling a little collapsed in the low back. Or you can always bring some blocks underneath the knees for a little bit of extra support here. Find the version of this shape that is right for you. We'll inhale to grow tall through the spine, lifting through the crown of the head. And exhale to hinge forward at the hips, any amount. Find your edge and back off a little bit. Breathing into the space in your hips. Bringing your mind's eye down to any spots that feel sticky or tense. Just giving them some attention. A little bit of oxygen directed to those spots. And now that we've been here a few breaths, there might be a little more space, so you can ask your body if there's room to go a little deeper. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Whatever the answer, meet it with gratitude, with compassion. Don't push, don't force anything. Listen to what's right for your body today. A few more big deep breaths here. And inhale, come back up to sitting tall. Bring the left leg out and keep the right sole of the foot in towards the left thigh. We'll sit up tall. Turn the torso so the midline is lined up with the left foot. And on an exhale, start to walk yourself forward any amount. You might need to bend your knee, or maybe if you have a strap, you bring it around the foot for a little extra resistance. Find what works for you and release into the shape. Feel your heart energetically pull towards your toes. And on your exhale, soften. Inhale to walk yourself back up to sit. Bring the right foot over top of the left leg, planting the right sole of the foot on your mat. Bring the right hand just behind you and off to the side a little. Inhale to grow tall. Exhale to hug the left. Exhale to hug the right leg with the left arm and twist to the right. Twisting right from the low belly. Growing tall on the inhales. Easing into the twist on the exhales. We'll inhale to return to center and switch our legs, extending the right leg out and bringing the left sole of the foot in towards the inner right thigh. Sit tall. Bring the midline towards the right leg and exhale to hinge forward over the right leg any amount. Keep the spine long, the crown and the heart reaching forward. Breathe into the back body, all the way down the right leg, all the way up the spine. Inhale to walk yourself back up to sit tall. Bring the left leg over top of the right, planting the left foot. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale to grow tall. Hug that left knee with the right arm and twist to the left. Breathe into the space between each vertebra. Growing taller. And finding that balance of ease on the exhale. Tuning back in to your inner strength, your inner resolve, that part of you that holds peace and holds strength in equal amounts. Inhale to come back towards center. Release the legs, give them a little shake. Maybe you give yourself a little baby back bend here, whatever feels good. And in your own way, make your way down to your back body. Extending the legs long. Let the feet flop out to the side. Your hands can come alongside you, or maybe you rest a hand on the heart and a hand on the belly. Whatever feels good for you today. Release down into your Shavasana. Find your breath. Close your eyes down if you haven't already. And breathe. Slowly start to deepen your breath, coming back into the room around you. You can wiggle your fingers and toes, circle the wrists and ankles. Take any movements that help you wake up, maybe a big stretch. Maybe you shake out your arms and legs a little, whatever feels good for you. And when you're ready, start to make your way over onto your right side, coming to rest in fetal position, letting the head rest on the upper arm. Taking a moment here to bridge the space between practice and the rest of your day. Slowly, in your own time, make your way up to sit. Bringing the hands into heart center, bow the chin in towards your chest. Send yourself some gratitude for your practice. Take a final moment to tune in to your inner peace, to that solid, steady place within you. Set an intention to come back here to this spot whenever you need. Whenever things feel really busy and noisy around you, to tap back in to this spot within yourself. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It was such a pleasure to guide you through this class. The light in me honors and recognizes the same light in you. Have a beautiful rest of your day.